every beat, and we are off. Here we go. So probably if you're just starting here, getting with us, you'll just want to watch one of these streamers because you don't want to try and watch them all and just see how they move through the game. But you can see that it does work on a grid. They're moving to the beat. You can see at the bottom of the screen are beat bars, and they are moving to that beat. That's actually the music they're listening to. Now, the music we are listening to is from this game, so that's kind of the things that you'd be listening to, but obviously if you played everybody's music at the same time, it would just be chaos. So we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And then
Oblivion found a very fast trapdoor.
So, I guess we'll just flip and maybe, like, I'll watch NormalFeet and Darky.
Okay, yeah, that's good. And I'll do OtherRobert and Oblivion then.
Cool.
But yeah, so basically, it is like Nuclear Throne in the sense that it is a roguelike. Every time you play it, it is different. The layouts are unique. They are procedurally generated, so a lot of our racers learn the strategies on like how it will generate, which I think works in Nuclear Throne as well. In that the layouts, like for the ice place, are going to be a little more open than the layouts for the sewers and stuff like that.
Like each zone has like certain quirks to the way it's created.
Yes, exactly.
You can think of it that way.
As you learn them, and we've actually done some stats on that, and there's a spreadsheet kicking around that talks about where the exit is going to be for each zone. I think Will ran like I don't know, like 100 of each zone to figure out, or each floor of each zone to figure out where specifically the exits landed in each quadrant. It was quite the thing.
Okay, I just want to say Oblivion has a really good opportunity where he is.
Oh, this is the best here. I love this. And actually, I saw Milt. I don't know if you know Miltravid. Love Milt. He's one of my favorite streamers. I've seen him do a really interesting strat here where you can wind up having just a ton of... Oh, this is transmog. Okay, if you go to the conjurer's shop, you'll conjure up like 1 million items. But a way to clean it up is you can just bomb them. I mean, if you have extra bombs. Oh, ouch. Down goes Darky. Red Dragon Blast. Of course, Red Dragon's one of the harshest enemies at the beginning. Really tricky.
Oblivion got kind of screwed with that ring, but besides that, it's a great shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and Oblivion does have a very, very strong build right now. Really strong weapon, the Obsidian Rapier. So I think what I'll do is I'll continue to explain the game a little bit more. Throw in some Resident Sleepers if you guys are finding that I am just going on and on too much about the game. But basically, yeah, so you pick up equipment, you work through 4 different floors, 4 different zones. Each zone has 4 floors. So you can see Oblivion is currently finishing the first zone, or the 4th floor of the first zone. NormalFeet is actually ahead here into the 2nd zone, which is the fungal zone, or the jungle fungal zone.
White Mimic.
Oh yeah, there's a white mimic over on NormalFeet, and actually with the cat we'll be able to kill it very easily. So like most roguelikes, there's a lot of stuff going on. Not as much as some roguelikes, like it doesn't have quite as many items as Binding of Isaac, but it does have quite a number of items. Now each weapon has a particular attack radius, and remember I said that every movement is related to up, down, left, or right. So if an enemy is within your weapon's range, instead of moving, you're going to attack. And so with just a simple dagger, like what we're seeing with OtherRobert, it has to be directly in front of you for you to attack. But with something, say, like what DarkyDarky has, it actually attacks the 3 squares in front of where you're attacking. And so it kind of attacks in a broad pattern, hence the broadsword. We have a rapier down in Oblivion's where it attacks directly in front of you, but it also attacks 2 in front of you, and you do a lunge. And the lunge does double damage, which is pretty hype. And then, of course, one of the most confusing weapon attacks is the cat, which is what we're seeing with NormalFeet. It attacks 1 of the 5 squares in front of you, so 2 beside, 2 diagonal, and 1 directly ahead.
Yeah, the tricky thing with the cat is the priority it takes.
Yeah. Ooh,
like
down goes OtherRobert. He got tentacled there.
Like if you're trying to move between 2 enemies, and it has to pick one.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that could sometimes be really good or really bad.
Sometimes it'll pick a barrel over an enemy, because barrels count as enemies, so you gotta really watch out for that. You can see another rapier pick up from DarkyDarky. Now, we actually have a difference between the 2 rapiers. DarkyDarky is and down he goes. Got lasered by that dragon. If you're horizontal from the red dragon, he's gonna try and fire breath you. And that blue dragon you just saw NormalFeet kill, it'll, instead of fire breath, it has ice breath, and it freezes you in place, which can be real dangerous.
And a leprechaun kill from NormalFeet.
Strong racing weapons are basically anything that does high damage, and also you can move with. So like rapiers and cats are really good.
Yes.
Flails are pretty safe, but they become less safe
Right.
when you get to like Zone 4.
Yeah, and so one thing I always like to talk about in this game, especially to new players, is a thing called cognitive load. So
We
it's
have
like
our first
how
holster
much-
of the night.
Holster hype. Love the holster. So you get to hold 2 weapons and you can swap between them with the holster. What I was going to say, though, is when you have, in this game in particular, because everything's to the beat, it's like forced turn-based action. So you need to move to the beat. If you don't, the enemy will get a free move, and that can be very dangerous because you can get attacked. So what ends up happening is you have a lot to pay attention to. Every enemy has a movement pattern. You have to pay attention to that. You have to stay on the beat. You have to look ahead at what's coming at you. And then you have to also keep in mind things like what spells you have, or what items you have, or what kind of attack patterns you're looking for. And all of that stuff can really... Oh, this is sketchy. Oh, he's just farming all the gold. Interesting. That was actually kind of awesome on Oblivion's side.
Yeah.
Anyways, you have a lot to keep in mind, and what I find is the best strategy for people starting out in the game is to minimize the amount of things that you have to keep in mind. So things with range, like a spear or a longsword, are great because you don't have to worry about enemies that, as long as you're moving at them that you'll kill as long as you're moving against them horizontally.
Yeah,
or vertically.
exactly. Like I know Fubzo, I think he was asked about like Bard speedrunning, what he goes for. I'm pretty sure he said like he goes for what allows him to think the least.
Nice death
That's
metal kill by
absolutely correct.
Oblivion.
Yeah, and so we've got
And
NormalFeet is
Bomb
really close
spell.
behind Oblivion here. Oblivion moving on to Zone 4, one of the crazier of the zones. It's very technical. So what I was just saying about cognitive load, you have that in spades when it comes to Zone 4 because there's so many wacky enemy movements. There's a bunch of stuff you have to pay attention to. Each zone kind of has a play style, and Zone 4 is definitely technical. That's the play style for that. Whereas Zone 3 is more fast and furious. Zone 2 is more tanky enemies. Of course, it's like the jungle. It's alive. It's got a lot of health. And Zone 1 is sort of your more standard, sort of get everybody started. It was also...
OtherRobert down.
Oh, OtherRobert, yeah,
Ooh.
suffering a death there. And so we've got 2 of our racers. Again, this seems to be... And actually, it's the same upper left and bottom right seem to be doing well. It's very bizarre. It's the curse of
Yeah,
the...
Robert.
I don't know. Bottom left and top right.
His build is like really nice. Like the bombs he has for Necrodancer, that's free, so he doesn't have to be too scared of Zone 4.
Mr.
Pretty
Peachy,
good
not a fan of pink monkeys. I actually am a big fan because they teleport you, and as long as you've got some protection, like we can see Oblivion does, I'd actually let them grab me and hopefully teleport me closer to the exit. I think that's next level strats there because Zone 4 can take a very long time because the exit is always diagonal from your spawn, and so in that case you need to get to
Darky
the
down.
exact furthest spot, which of course means getting teleported can often speed you up there. Yeah, so we got a real race going on here between NormalFeet and Oblivion. Oblivion still has a bit of a lead, but I think NormalFeet has the capability to go super duper fast, especially with the freeze
But the
spell.
thing is, though, Oblivion, though, he has both the things he needs for the bosses.
And
Oh yeah, he's
Oblivion
got enough
on
bombs
Death
and a
Ringer.
Quake spell. You're right. So that's actually going to be a super fast quick kill on
And there
Oblivion's
goes the
side.
Quake spell.
Yep, Quake spell, taking out all of the things you need to kill to get Dead Ringer to come after you. His bells, once you kill his bells, then he comes charging after you. Charge him into the gong and he's dead. Trout
OtherRobert
Steffen's here.
Gets
And-
dunked by a yellow skeleton.
What's up, Royal Naga, as well? Yes, guys, this is the last day to sign up for our Season 3. So this is not part of our season. This is something we do every month called the CoNDUIT. It is our junior league. It's for people who aren't top-tier racers, but still want to race and be cast and commentated. And so that's what this is. It
So-
always ends up being really awesome. Sorry, go ahead, Mancho.
Oblivion there went for the, I think it's like fairly new, at least for Necrodancer, like where you bomb up, but instead of just doing the normal center bomb, you actually bomb right, and
Yeah.
then while it's going up,
PG
you go left and then
Oblivion.
bomb.
Right.
So it has the potential to actually save you a bit if you could hit him before like he does his first teleport or whatever.
Yep. It
So that's
gives
pretty
you that
cool to
one
see that.
free beat. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's some new meta for sure. It's really cool.
And NormalFeet on Dead Ringer.
Yep. So Oblivion getting the first win there. That's 3 points for Oblivion. So I'm going to toss that in there right now. Congrats, Oblivion. This is very reminiscent of last round. with our bottom
That's a really good time for CoNDUIT, though.
Oh, a 9:15, yeah, sub 10, that's solid.
Yeah.
And they're just. Oh wait,
Yep,
sorry, NecroDancer.
NormalFeet's right behind them.
Yeah, yeah, NormalFeet's close behind.
Use a
OtherRobert,
bomb spell.
unfortunately, is a little ways back, as is DarkyDarky. DarkyDarky can certainly still finish this, as can OtherRobert. They both have enough time. These are 20-minute time limit races, so both of our racers have enough time here.
Just getting a finish is huge. We've seen it in previous conduits that 1 point makes all the difference sometimes.
Yep, that's absolutely the case. Yeah, and with our sudden deaths here, a lot of fun things can happen too, because the person who's winning could just die right away. I mean, so again, we're running 2 races that are the normal way, which is 20 minutes. People who finish get points, people who don't finish don't get points, and it's a diminishing amount of points per finisher, if that makes sense.
And
so now
NormalFeet with a finish.
Yep, so NormalFeet's going to get 2 points
solid
there.
finish.
Very nice.
Sub 11.
Yeah, that's a very solid finish. Just sub 11 there. Really nice. GG. How's it going, maybe later X? And Devilizite, I didn't actually get to say hi to you, but thank you so much for the host. That's really, really cool. I have never seen your stream, but I look forward to it. I've already followed. Can't wait to watch because I really enjoy watching Nuclear Throne. I think it's a really interesting game, and it's also fun because it's in active development. Aw, Cloudy, you just gotta practice. It doesn't take too long to shake the rust off in NecroDancer. You do, it does happen though, rusting does happen, but it doesn't take too long to shake it off, as what's her face says. Taylor Swift. Right, guys? Right. Taylor Swift reference. All right, I just threw up the bracket there over on NormalFeet's side as we watch DarkyDarky and OtherRobert try and finish this. Actually, OtherRobert has done some serious catching up to DarkyDarky at this point.
Yeah. Now, what is his skin, anyways? Is that like supposed to be the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
No, I think it's a character from it's a character from like the new movie, right? That's what it looks like.
From the big 6.
Yeah.
Hero 6 thing. Yeah. By the way, if no one has seen or if you have not seen the movie Inside Out, you should see it. It's really good. I saw it yesterday.
Yeah, I've heard from my coworkers it's really good.
And as somebody who studies neuroscience, I was really into that part of the movie. Oh no, OtherRobert! And he had the kill too. He had the 3 damage.
Yeah, I think Ring of War probably threw him off a little. Because he daggered him at the recoil.
Yeah, that can mess you up. Because I think Ring of War is a pretty rare meta. Like, people aren't going to really pick that thing up too much.
Exactly.
And so you just don't get used to it. And again, going back to like what you said, Fubzo said, you want to do as little thinking as possible generally. Keep that cognitive load off. And so when you pick up something that you're not familiar with, like for me in the lead boots, then you're going to make mistakes because you're just not familiar with it. So...
You mean you actually pick up lead boots, you lad?
I still really wish lead boots have like a noise or something. I think it would make it so much easier.
Yeah,
like the Zelda lead boots.
I'm a lot more familiar with them. Yeah, exactly, like the heavy boots from Ocarina. Yeah, that's what you want.
But I'm just complaining.
No, it's all
Maybe
good.
we could get Ryan to add that in DLC.
Baymax, that's his name? Okay, that's cool. Sorry, I'm just catching up with something. How does one enter CoNDUIT? Thank you for answering that, Will. Yeah, it's very simple. You can actually join for next month's right now. I think I said it, but basically we run every single month. Last Friday of the month is CoNDUIT. So it's definitely going to be happening every month. We don't plan on stopping it. We love it. We think it's great. Condor will alter and change, and we'll do like funky different ones like Bard or other ones, but CoNDUIT is going to be very steady.
I haven't noticed Darky's build, but it actually is potentially really good.
I'm just going to take off Oblivions there just to reduce distractions.
Yeah, sure.
Even though he is doing dad mode, which is hype, I want to keep it with the racers. So we're at about 14:35 here. One of our rules that we did have to enact last match, if our remaining racers are in zone 1 at the 15-minute mark or later, we do call the race because it's very hard to finish in 5 minutes because you'd be getting world records pretty much. So.
Darky down. Looks like he got goblin.
Ouch.
Yeah, the chainmail's not going to save you from that.
Nope, those goblins hurt. They pack a wallop. And that actually might do it. So I think we're going to end up calling it just like I said there. Maybe I commentator cursed. All right, so just
Robert,
like last round, we've got a 3 and a 2. This is shaping up to make for a pretty interesting next round. Unless, of course, OtherRobert and DarkyDarky switch this one around. But that's starting the exact same way. If NormalFeet wins this one in Oblivion, I call hacks. I don't know what's going on then. Alrighty.
Well, it was a full moon last night.
You can practice Oblivion. I'm just going to turn it off. And don't take any offense to that. But we're just, because of the content. You feel free to practice. That's totally fine. Yeah, Darky had a really solid build, but those goblins will just punch you. They hurt. All right, let's do this. So this will be race number 2 of this group. There's 3 races total. The 3rd race will be sudden death. You say item names out loud when you pick them up. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's fair. I know, like, Spot in some cases does stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or I've heard, like, from different people, like, I've heard people doing that, like, when you enter a new floor. Just, like,
Yeah, that
either
was
pausing and looking at stuff or just saying it out loud.
Yeah, that was Bananasaurus Rex first established that. Of course, he did race this game a long time ago, almost a year ago at the Necrothon. Actually, exactly a year ago. He raced this, and that was one of his big things, was to always make sure that he paused a second at the beginning of each floor just to make sure he knew exactly what he had, if he had extra food or a freeze spell or all that kind of stuff.
It's a good idea,
Sure,
because, like,
good
especially
idea.
in, like, Zone 3, you could have, like, really crazy situations getting into the stairs, and then you might still be kind of panicked when you're on the next level, and you might not think about what you have.
Yeah, exactly.
They were streaming this one night, and I got into a bit of a Zone 4 mess. Wound up dying, but guy in my chat said, you had a freeze scroll, you could have used it. But yeah, I did.
That happens a lot when you start out, is you die, then you look at your build and go, what was I thinking? Oh my god, I had that. And that's sort of, you hone that over time until eventually you get to a point where you're using food items for iframes. That's the supreme strats there.
Darky down by a black skeleton.
Yeah, that was a bad layout there.
Yeah, he kind of got
needed
pinched in between that dragon and skeleton.
Yeah, he needed to pull a Yui there with the red dragon while drangling. Yeah, Shrine of Darkness is really strong. That's what Oblivion just picked up there, or tapped. So what it does is, if you have a ring, it deletes it, gives you the Ring of Shadows. It also gives you a map and a compass. So it gives you supreme mapping, but of course the Ring of Shadows lowers your visibility, so you're going to want to ditch that ring. It's kind of a curse a little bit, but the mapping is super strong, and of course with the Ring of Shadows you can also steal from the shop. So he's probably, if he walks by a shop, he's probably going to stop by and clean them out pretty much.
And the good thing is that works in all shops, including blood shops and transmutes.
Yeah, and it can be really strong in, like, conjure shops and stuff. It also works in pawn shops, in that you can pawn it, which is something I always forget about. Oh, OtherRobert with a tough drangle there. He made that classic mistake you can make when you first start out with the rapier, which is you need to step back 3 to lunge a dragon, and he only stepped back 2, and so he jumped into the dragon, jumping into him. And of course, the way you take damage in this game is if an enemy jumps into the square that you're jumping into. Which
Yeah,
is
but
kind of
Robert
a
picked up a
complex
longsword, but I can
Darky got, like, super lucky there.
Got a
with
base
dual monkeys.
longsword?
Darky did?
Yeah, like, he had 2 monkeys back to back, and if that skeleton hadn't been stuck on the bounce trap, it would have been a death.
Oh, this is scary for Oblivion here. Oh, no, he just got rid of the Ring of Darkness, but he's still at half a heart. Oh, but he picked up some ham.
Yeah, actually, at this point, the only person who's still running his original build is Oblivion. And you can tell by the timers if you take a look, so if anyone's ever interested about that, that's the best way to know. Oof, and down goes NormalFeet, getting swarmed there. I think that was that 1-3 swarm that sometimes you just don't expect, and all of a sudden you got a ton of white monkeys and black skeletons in your hair, and it's the worst.
It's been pointed out many times that if you're going to get swarmed, it will usually be that 3rd floor.
Yes, when you play low percent, you really feel that. very much. So that's a ham pickup over on Oblivion. He opted not to use it, to use his ring heals instead. And that's fair enough. It depends on how confident you're feeling, but he's got a really strong weapon. He's got a 3 damage longsword, so he's got the range. And of course it's a longsword, so he doesn't have to worry about enemies that might ram into him, except for, say, a Minotaur that has more health than he can.
Ring of Regeneration, that is such a great ring. I agree with Dracky Games. I think it is one of the best that you can get.
Yeah, I think once I heard him say that, I was like, yeah, he's right. The ring, it's just so strong because you can really push with it. To answer your question, Royal Naga, as Demon Hunter did, pretty much any bitrate works. We've had racers in the CoNDUIT or in Condor race at like 400. I actually am gonna check what Darky's running at right now. Oh, he's actually running pretty high. It seems out, but anyway, that's fine. But we've had people run, I think Demon Hunter being one of them, at like, yeah, 300, 400, something ridiculously low like that. I only run my stream around 1,000 because I don't run high def games usually.
I know Spot's internet is like literally 2 tin cans tied together, and he streamed for us. So
yeah, if you can stream, then you can be in CoNDUIT or Condor. Which is nice. I'm really glad that we have pretty much the lowest standards possible. It's not like I don't know, what do you call any of those other fancy pants games, COD or whatever. Do people still play that game? Call of Duty? I don't know. But yeah, it's not like those games where you need like really high quality, or CS:GO or whatever, where, you know, if you can't stream at like 1500 or higher, then it's just gonna look like impossibly bad. This game actually works fine on very low bit rates, which is nice, because of course it's got pixels. And you gotta love finding those barrel rooms when you got the 3 damage and just open them all up. Really nice.
Yeah, I had a really good barrel room on one of my recent Melody runs. I picked up like 2 empty hearts and 2 full hearts and 4 bombs.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Someone posted on Reddit recently with like a crazy build. It's worth seeing. And I think they had 17 bombs, which is absurd. But that also tells me that they just didn't use bombs. Because you're never going to get 17 bombs if you're using them.
OtherRobert had a really nice recovery that could have gone really bad.
Yeah, this is actually pretty interesting what we're seeing unfold here, as Oblivion does have the lead, still has the Deathless run going, but our other 3 racers are all in Zone 2. Each with about a floor between each of them.
Yeah, Oblivion has a comfortable lead, and he has stuff that's gonna make the endgame bosses pretty fast.
Yeah, he's got that endgame build. I'd say of our other players, maybe NormalFeet's got the next best build, because he's got the torch.
Yeah,
torches are super important, and that rapier is wicked strong.
Yeah, the rapier will help him go a little faster.
Well, he's got the Infernal Torch. That is my favorite torch in the game.
Really? That's interesting. I don't prefer it, because I always forget about its ability, and so I don't scout out for torches on the walls. And also, it doesn't quite have that good of like a radius.
Yeah, the range is.
Well, I also play a lot of Melody, so I need whatever damage I can get.
That's a great point. Yeah, Melody definitely does well with that or the Fireball spell. Anything that'll get you a little extra damage.
It's a nice race torch, just because if you haven't gotten that Magic 3, you can still. Like, you'll be more aware that you can't open crates, which means you'll most likely remember about the torch.
Yeah, exactly.
At least that's how I feel about it.
That's
like
true.
Oblivion just picked up the Explorer's boots.
Yeah, he swapped out the frog socks. I'm a little sad about that. But, I mean, that's the right call. It's going to make things a lot safer with the goo in Zone 4, so it's a smart call.
Who swapped them out?
Ooh, OtherRobert died there. Oblivion swapped out the frog socks. The frog socks are super good for...
yeah, they're great for Necrodancer, but he has enough to make it fast enough.
Yeah, if I was not in the lead...
Exactly, yeah. If you were like NormalFeet or Darky, I would definitely think.
Yeah.
I know Jack's had a few world records with the frog socks.
Yep. Yeah, the frog socks are super strong. They get you moving for sure. They're good with Monk, believe it or not, just because you can jump over gold.
Yeah, that would definitely be an advantage there.
Oh, for sure. So it looks like OtherRobert took a death there. I kind of missed it, unfortunately. I don't know if either of you guys saw it. But he did go down.
No, I
we
missed
still
it,
have a very tight
unfortunately.
race between DarkyDarky and NormalFeet. We'll see if Darky can finish out his race, because he also had a very strong run last round, but unfortunately died too. A goblin, which he just got hit by again, so goblins are his nemesis. Accidentally dash into mushrooms in zone 2 with Melody. Oh my god, it's the worst. Wow, and Oblivion had enough money to just straight up buy the heavy blade.
That's always
That's
a
rare.
good feeling.
You usually don't have that much money. Oh, and rip cheese.
Oops.
Down goes the cheese there.
Well, he's got the ham, so
Yeah. Far superior to the cheese.
it is.
Although, with their powers combined, a ham and cheese sandwich is quite delicious.
Oh, most definitely.
Alright, NormalFeet there, with a nicely placed shield spell, gets himself down to the Zone 3 boss.
Imagine what he did there. He grabbed the apple and ate it to heal, and then picked his ham back up.
Yeah, see, you don't want to overeat in this game, because then you're
Unless-
wasting it, so...
Unless you get that gluttony charm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Pays off. One of the best 7 deadly sins. Gluttony.
Definitely the tastiest.
Oh, definitely. Way tastier than Wrath. Alright.
Oh, yes.
So, anyways, Darky could go grab the same weapon that that Oblivion's rocking right now, that Obsidian Longsword, but it looks like he's gonna not. He's gonna stick with his Rapier. Now, the one thing about that Titanium Rapier that I always like to point out is it's just not good enough, in my opinion. But if you can get a damage up, then it's perfect. Because then it's doing 3 damage or 5 damage. But at 2 and 4, it's just missing the, like, optimal...
Yeah, I think you could make the argument, like, because, like, he's on zone 3, so actually it is a little worse, because if he has that, if he had, like, had deep boost coming up, it wouldn't be good enough.
Exactly, yep, that's exactly
like, that would be the main thing I would be thinking of if I had the choice right now between that or the Rapier. Sorry, the Longsword.
Right.
Yeah, I've been playing so much Melody and Dorian lately. I tried playing Cadence, and I almost forgot how to play her.
Yeah, that can happen as well. If you get sort of hung up playing, like, you play Monk a whole bunch, and then you're just avoiding gold with all the other characters. Alright, so we got the Necrodancer fight over for Oblivion. He's looking to get another 3-pointer here. And from way downtown, 3 points. That's a basketball reference, in case anyone's wondering. And there's
nice
there's
dig
that
strat.
dig strat, exactly like you were saying, Mudjo, last time. So he gets that free shot off because Necrodancer does not teleport if you don't bomb.
Yeah, that's just splendid.
It's
And he has the ham too.
Oh yeah, he's got a pretty good situation right now. He's even got that transmute spell just in case.
He could even like do the stage to go faster.
Yes, that great transmute.
Like you noticed how like Sage was between him and Necrodancer on the left, so he walked around. He could have just he has the health.
GG Oblivion.
Oh yeah, could just ram through it. And GG, an 11:36, very nice run by Oblivion. Oblivion showing some very strong skill here.
It's just
NormalFeet with the Ring of Peace as well. That's super nice. Ring of Peace is so nice at the late game. It's nice at the early game too. It's kind of nice all around. But with late game, you get, I mean, Zone 4 just gets a little bit easier. You don't have quite as many enemies in the boss room, although there tends to be sometimes still a ton. I feel like there's an overlap in the range, because I feel like sometimes you still get a ton of enemies there.
Now, I'm definitely impressed with Darky not going after the heavy plate. He's got the Squaga suit.
Yeah, at this point he doesn't really need it because he's got the Ring of Protection too, so he's really got a lot of damage covered. There's few things that'll do more than half a heart of damage to him. Although getting that cheese is wise. Now he's gonna be at full health with the Squaga suit, so he's really in good shape. So he's got pretty much 6 hits.
It's actually basically heavy plate because he has the run.
I was watching a guy last night that admittedly he was new to the game, but he had a Squaga suit going into Zone 4-2. And he went ahead and picked up the heavy plate in the shop anyways.
Well, it is better.
It depends. Like, if you don't have boots, it's still nice to have. But it depends on, like, what's going to hit you.
Actually.
With, like, wind spell and stuff. Yeah, no.
Well, no, I'm just thinking more like if you actually get hit by goo. Like, if something hits you on goo, then heavy plate might be the one thing that saves you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Wait, but you still get affected by goo with the heavy plate.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Well, all I was saying is the difference is somewhat negligible between the heavy plate or the Squega suit plus the ring of protection.
Yeah.
Because I mean, well, it's frankly the same.
Exactly.
But he would get the ring of protection plus the heavy plate, which now like maybe a couple more enemies won't do a full heart of damage or something like that. Like it's, I think not worth the time spent.
Yeah. Yeah. The only
so good.
About the only time I'll go after a heavy plate if I already have a Squega suit is if there's something else in the shop that improves my build.
Yeah. All right, what we got here is actually the appropriate music for...
or like if you're down to a heart, I think.
Necrodancer fighting here for NormalFeet. He's about to take
down...
Oh,
man.
Was that a Dagger of Phasing?
Yeah,
Darky Dark shot
Dagger
there?
of Phasing.
Wow, I would have taken that, honestly.
Oh, yeah, Dagger Phasing's super strong.
In Zone 4, especially.
We got one heck of a minimal build for OtherRobert there. That's a sub 11, so he actually had a faster time, but he had a death. NormalFeet did over Oblivion. But that's 3 points for Oblivion, 2 for NormalFeet. I almost said Happy Feet. And Darky and OtherRobert still in this, can still finish. They both have runs going here. Really strong. That's that Obsidian Longsword again, we're seeing over on OtherRobert's side. And yeah, that Rapier is still paying out there for Darky. He's just got to be a little careful. He's only at a heart and a half now. So he's got about 3 more hits he can tank. Lead Boots paying out as well. Able to attack from the shrink tiles.
I actually got my first clear without any boots on Melody a couple of days ago.
That's hard. Because those Golems, because you can only hit them, you have to hit them 5 times unless you had some kind of damage up with like a fireball spell or something.
No, I didn't.
Well, that reminds me back to our previous conversation. My favorite torch for sure is the Torch of Foresight. It's too strong. It has so many valuable mapping things, and it can really be the fastest.
I would say for a speed run, it is the best torch.
Yeah, I think so too. Glass Torch is up there though. Nice kill by Darky. If he had gone to the right, he may have gotten that Knight in the way of Deadringer's attack there, but instead opts to go to the left, which made the Knight go down, and then it was a good kill. So nicely done. Technically not a kill, but I'll let you guys see the story. The Dorian story. Bum bum bum. All right. So Darky on his Necrodancer fight here, looking to finish this one off.
Robert got kind of cornered.
Oh no! OtherRobert goes down again. Rip OtherRobert. Yeah, I think improvising Deadringer makes the fight so much more interesting. Same with like Deep Blues. Oh, gotta be careful there. Dorian tanking a few hits.
Uh-oh.
And Cadence really doesn't have that many more hits left, but there it is. Nicely done, Darky. And so we're going to actually have 3 finishes here. Unfortunately, we're not going to let OtherRobert finish, although I don't know if he would be able to, being that he's in Zone 4. We only have 3 minutes remaining. But nice job.
That point could make the difference. If Darky can win this tiebreaker.
I'm not sure if that's the case. Yes, it is. You're right. If he wins, he can tie NormalFeet. He needs NormalFeet to get no points.
This is where that 1 point could potentially make a difference.
Yeah, that's really exciting. All right, so this will be the 3rd round. Again, this is the sudden death round. So all of our racers are going to start and not be able to reset. They're just going to run this one run, and they're going to go as far as they can, as fast as they can. If they die, they plant their flag, and then other racers are able to pass them to surpass them in the rankings. That's kind of how it works. So if you're in last and then you die, then you're guaranteeing yourself last. That's kind of how it works. So everybody gets 1 shot. And as the great philosopher Eminem once said, do not miss your chance to blow. All right, so I told Arachnus we are ready. Let's do this. I love these. These are super fun.
I have to admit, this tiebreaker format is very intriguing and can lead to some really interesting results.
Yeah, we have used it before, but only when there were tiebreakers, but we love them.
Yeah.
Blue Blimp, there is still a 20-minute time limit, yes. But it's also, we probably didn't need to have it, but we did talk about it. But we did say, yes, there's still a 20-minute time limit. but I don't know if it's really that possible to hit time. You have to really try to hit 20 plus minutes. And these guys are not trying to go slow.
Is there ever been a
casual
CoNDUIT race that's ever actually finished right on the time limit?
Yes. During the launch tournament, we had so many crazy things happen, and certainly some of them were races that we had to go to the ref to be like, did they finish on time? Because it was like, on our timer, it was like 20:03. So yeah, we can have some... So there's always the race to the clock, in addition to the race against the opponents.
Oh, a giant black skeleton on normal.
So
feet.
OtherRobert for some...
So frustrating.
OtherRobert for some strange reason.
Oh, he could get a
the glass
leprechaun
jaw
out of that.
in his 1-1 chop.
That's weird. Why would he do that?
Yeah, I don't know why
It's
you
super
would
Maybe
do
he
that.
gets the
strong.
leprechaun kill.
It gives you double damage.
Yeah,
Why would
like
you ever
in sudden
pass up
death,
the
I
glass?
think you would want it.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much the name of the game. So if anyone doesn't know, the glass jaw, one hit and you're dead. Unless, of course, you've got a potion. It's the only way to not die from the glass jaw. Although I think actually, no, there's like
Lots
glass
of ways,
armor.
like frost charm and all that stuff.
Yeah, okay, there's the same sort of things that protect you from your glass. But basically, it replaces your jaw with the glass one. And so if it gets hit, you die. Just like real life.
At least a nice thing about it is, like, if it, like, say you actually get hit with it in potion, it actually does break, so you don't have to worry about it past that.
That's right. Yep. So if you have a potion, then the glass jaw is pretty okay.
And the glass jaw does double damage before modifiers?
After.
After.
Yeah,
Which
it
is
doubles
so
with
great,
everything.
because it just
That's right,
doubles everything.
That's right, it's the Karate Gi. Oh, Squega suit pickup.
Well, no, the
normal
Karate
feet.
is before.
No, Karate Gi is different.
Yeah, Karate Gi is before. That's what I was about to
Oh,
say.
I-
Like, I don't think, like, anything in the
the
game
only
goes
thing
the
is-
same as jaw, right?
Yeah, the only
Like, I
thing is
think-
glass jaw.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got distracted by normal feet picking up a Squega suit.
Robert has a really good torch.
Yeah,
But
Robert's
he
got a
doesn't-
pretty decent build going on. He just needs a... Oh, and a nice little kill on that Minotaur there. Just to
Oh, I'm
save some
depressed.
beats.
Normal
Save
feet
some
didn't
beats,
pick up the
kill the
whole
Minotaurs. Nicely done. All he needs is a weapon at this point. And there's a map for him as well, and he's got tons of
Oh,
bombs.
nice.
Gotta take it. Here we go. Is he gonna take it? He does. Nice. So gets himself a map. He's looking real nice right now. Oblivion is ahead at this point, doing, of course, everyone's favorite death metal with a dagger, and oh, gets the 3 yellow skeleton spawns. This can be real sketchy.
Yeah, that
Still
makes it
getting more
dicey.
spawns. But of course, if you just knock their heads off, then they will not. Like, there's a spawn limit,
Yeah, they'll stop spawning eventually.
and so if you knock all their heads off, then you're good to go.
Although the
potential
event-
walk
Oh,
of shame incoming.
Walk of shame. Got
Walk
the,
of shame,
Yeah.
everybody.
got the
Also-
Squega suit.
We did it.
The
So he
The,
threw his
eventual-
dagger for swag, his swagger, and then he had to go back for it. Give some applause to that. Very nice. That was terrible applause. Let's do this one. Nice.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
sure Squega right now is grinning like a fool after seeing that.
Yep, the Squega suit troll. Love it. My favorite. All right, and there's another death metal one. We're seeing all the death metal ones, but he's got a flail, which is a little better, a little safer.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention for Death Metal 1 that eventually on the skeleton will take a while because Death Metal kind of has a ridiculous amount of skeletons you can spawn.
It's true. All right, he's on to Zone 2 as well. As is NormalFeet. NormalFeet, OtherRobert, and Oblivion are all on Zone 2, and getting a little bit of a leprechaun. Really farming up there. That's interesting.
That would have been really good for a store run.
Yeah, not bad at all. So he's probably doing that because, I mean, he knows to go a little slower, tank up a bit. He's probably going to buy that weapon, I would imagine. Probably buy a little bit of everything. Nicely done.
Indian broadsword.
All right, and Darky with actually the best weapon out of everybody, I'd say, the titanium spear. Part of what makes it so good is that you can throw it, and throwing weapons can be really valuable, especially for boss quick kills.
I know that's been said before, but the broadsword I think is probably one of the most underrated weapons.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. When I first started, I didn't like it very much, but I learned to love it quite a bit. Now, just a little bit of gold pickup for NormalFeet here. Just another 15 gold, and he's going to get himself a delicious obsidian rapier. Such a good
So
weapon.
OtherRobert's build is a little spooky, but it can be good.
Yeah, he's got the half heart, but if he can get some health in there, he's got
Yeah,
the
he
boots of
did. He
pain.
did have a drumstick in the arena, and he opted not to go for it.
Getting that glass torch. Oh, and there's the bomb, so he should go back and see if he's got a food shop there.
Yeah,
'Cause
that'd
that
be
is
good too.
definitely
Yeah.
potentially a food shop, and that could save
The
his
bad-
run.
The bad news though is he has blast helm.
Oh yeah, so you gotta.
Ooh.
Oh, so you're not gonna get the gluttony, but at least he could
Well,
get the other things.
Well, if you have enough, you could buy, and then yeah.
But he just wasted all his bombs.
Yeah, he did. That was a lot of bombs he just bombed. That's a shame. So I don't know if he's actually. I don't know if he's gonna check it, but he'll check this shop and see if he can get some health up. Oh my God! Look at that shop for Oblivion.
Shop for Robert was really good too. Couldn't afford anything though.
I don't think it's as good as Oblivion's. That is a Ring of Mana and a freeze spell.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
pretty average.
Next to each other.
I guess.
Yeah,
That is an awesome combination.
it's pretty good,
Oh
I
my
guess.
god. Yeah.
It's no 1/1 glass job, but
And he has the boots. Wow. Okay.
yeah, he's in pretty good shape right now. I think he's. I don't want to totally jinx him, but I think he's gonna finish this. That is a wombo combo and a half. There is one of the most
Yeah.
broken combos you can get, because you can see that by the time he's killed, by the time his spell recharges, he's killed enough enemies.
Yeah,
Sorry,
just
to
incredible.
get his freeze spell going, and it's a greater freeze, so it lasts forever, pretty much.
Yeah, it lasts for a pretty long time, and it also freezes everything on the stage, unlike normal freeze.
Yeah, it's absurd. This is one of the strongest combos for sure. So you'll see he'll just, now that he needs to be safe.
Exactly. Beautiful.
Oh, getting a little confused. But yeah, it's what, 3 enemies? And then he's got it charged back up again. It's craziness. All right.
Only thing better
both
would
him
be a
and
Ring of
NormalFeet
Wonder.
have really strong rapiers. We are seeing a little bit of separage there between separage.
I like that he actually waited to charge the spell again before going down the stairs.
Yeah, that's super smart. Because then he's gonna get a
Although
nice quick
actually
kill.
this is a little unfortunate for Conga.
Oh yeah, he has no way to quick kill Conga. He's gonna have to kill all of these zombies.
Yeah, that's right.
Although it's still
Can't
like
think
he can freeze,
Yeah,
so it's still
it's still
super
fully
safe.
No
Yeah,
bombs.
exactly. Yeah, no bombs, not a strong enough shovel. So
Oh no.
oh, now he's got. Can he attack him? Nope.
Now he has to wait.
Oh, weird. That sucks. That's kind of funny though.
So there's a downside to that.
Wait.
You can't do the Conga cheese
Oh.
strats because you need a bomb. Is it not unfreezing?
No, it took longer
It's
because
just
it's Conga.
that many
so,
because it's
yeah.
Conga. That so sucks. Giving everybody
Yeah,
else
I was worried
an
too.
opportunity to
I was
catch
like,
up.
oh, did the game like break? I hadn't ever
Seems
seen
like
a
it took
freeze take
forever,
long,
yeah.
but like, yeah.
So this is also proving a bit of a point, I think, as you're seeing all of our racers are kind of close. And it's because it's sudden death, and it's something we talked about when organizing this tournament is how do we stop our racers from pushing themselves too hard, but actually, going a decent pace, and that's what we're
Oblivion,
seeing
basically.
here. Like, obviously,
Like a
Oblivion...
beautiful C4 so far.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's really nice. And Oblivion,
He is
of
making
course, is
great use of that combo.
Yeah, I mean, he's taken off, but he's got, like, the best combo in the game. So, of
Oh,
course
yeah.
he is. Whereas the other racers are all reasonably close together.
Ooh,
So
that
a little
vault,
bit of
though.
separation between 3 of them.
Great freeze.
Yeah, don't kill yourself now. Oh, man, that vault, though. Just squeaked that freeze out.
That's just great.
Now he's good. Craziness. All right, now on to Zone 4 is NormalFeet. Getting that YOLO Monkey. Love it. Love the YOLO Monkey. And, of course, a lot less useful as a map in Zone 4 because you pretty much know where you're going. It can help, but it's less useful. And down the trapdoor goes DarkyDarky. So him and OtherRobert get on their boss fight at the exact same time. However, there was a bit of an enemy arena that DarkyDarky had to deal with first.
NormalFeet isn't even that far behind, but mana is just too much of a difference.
Yeah. Oh, and having to use that freeze just to clear away some of these enemies here. He's got the time.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. 16 beats, yeah, that sounds right. Alright, we'll see if
Nice
OtherRobert
dead
can
ring
catch up to
finish there.
NormalFeet at this point. OtherRobert does have a very strong build. He ended up ditching that flail for a broadsword, but it kind of serves a similar purpose. Now that additional damage there too, so he's doing up to 4 damage with this broadsword. It's really nice. Gonna be able to 2-shot the nightmare.
Well, I gotta do the slow strat now, no bombs.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
the only
true.
issue for never mind.
I still don't think he has enough time to, or that anyone's gonna be catching up to Oblivion
Yeah,
anytime soon.
I don't think so.
Yeah, great
Not-
choice,
not
Robert.
unless he
for
goes
switching
down.
to boots.
What's that, sorry?
Yeah, I was gonna say great choice for Robert for switching to boots. That was the only thing in this build that's with me.
Yeah, now he's got the
Like
all the boots he
obsidian
needs.
armor, especially.
Yeah,
Without
he's
boots is
in
very...
really nice shape. He's just got to push now because he can. Well, I think he's a little too far behind at this point. NormalFeet's plowing through Zone 4 very nicely. But look at how interesting this is. All of our racers now are in Zone 4. This is the first time this has happened today. And I think the sudden death format has something to do with that. Although then again, all of our racers died last time except for...
Oh, NormalFeet got...
Oh, no.
NormalFeet, no! Oh, that hurts. And that doesn't mean NormalFeet's in last. He's still technically in second. And I hope that makes sense to everybody in chat. But basically, because DarkyDarky and OtherRobert aren't yet on 4-3, then he's still got second place. So if both of them die, then he'll end up getting second place. And that looks like it's going to be a...
the finish.
Oh, not quite. The freeze, love it. Can't freeze the Necrodancer.
GG
There it is,
Oblivion.
Oblivion with a sweep, getting 9 points. Congratulations, Oblivion, on that one. 9 points for Oblivion. And so we'll see where other racers go.
Ring of Becoming.
Where'd that... Did
Yeah, it's a
anyone
nice
pick it
ring.
Darky Dark, Ring of Becoming.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's a good ring. Get stacks with the glass jaw nicely.
Yes, it does.
All right.
Lots of instant death with that combo.
Yeah, you double
Yeah, it's sudden
instant
death
die.
mode, I mean...
Oh! OtherRobert went down and I missed it. That's a 4-2
Ooh.
death, so that actually puts him in last, unfortunately. Down goes OtherRobert. I was busy switching my scene here in OBS. So it's now just up to DarkyDarky to see if he can get another point on the board.
Yep.
He can get another 2 points on the board, actually. So there's no
He's looking in
passing
good condition,
Oblivion.
too.
Yeah, he's in pretty good shape. Like, he's got a ton of hearts. He, of course, doesn't have a ton of health, but... or, sorry, ton of armor. But, with all
No
those
armor,
hearts,
but
it kind
boots,
of
got
acts
the war
like...
drum.
Yeah, he's in pretty good shape.
That's one thing I have to get better at is the fairies. I keep blowing them up by accident.
Yeah, especially on Melody. It's
Yeah,
very
Melody,
easy
she's
to-
tough.
like Melody.
you just have to stand
I would
still.
yeah, I would literally stand still
Yeah.
and do nothing.
Yeah, if it was like Melody Aria, where you can't miss a beat, those things would be the worst ever. Let's not give Ryan any ideas.
Yeah, you would have to.
We may have
literally-
just given him an idea.
No!
You would basically have to like. It would be super annoying. You basically have to get like literally in their line and then just go to the edge of the map, or like. Does that make sense? You have to go to like
That-
the
that
edge
would
or like
be-
the first thing.
That would be
That's
a
in the
nasty
path.
combination, though.
Oh my god, that's just so terrible. You would need
Ooh,
to
that
start with
was-
a war drum or something. Alright, here it comes. Dead Ringer. Nicely handled. Oh, there it is. Nicely done.
Nice.
And DarkyDarky,
GG
without suffering
Darky.
even a hit, is moving on to the Necrodancer fight. Now, DarkyDarky is guaranteed second here, but we're going to let DarkyDarky finish. We've still got lots of time. And look at this run. We got someone who died in 4-2, someone who died in 4-3, and potentially, we'll see, but 2 finishes.
Quick fireball.
That's awesome. I mean, that's the power of sudden death mode, I'd say.
Yeah.
Powering up the sudden death, allowing people to actually, you know, not push themselves too hard, and ends up making a very close race. That's awesome. How's it going, by the way, Kake? Nice to see you. Our solo Singaporean racer, I believe. Singapore? I might be wrong. I think it's Singapore.
We really are going international with this game.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it looks
Yes, it
like a
is.
bunch of Japanese racers are going to sign up for Season 3, which is super
Oh,
hype as well.
nice.
And there it
GG
is, GG,
Darky.
guys. 3 of our racers complete.